What's going on in Psalms? It's been a while. Probably at least a month, I'd say. I hope y'all been grinding away. I've been grinding hard, always grinding. Like I said, even, you gotta take baby steps sometimes, depending on your situation, but you gotta make those steps regardless. And for me, it's just been all about that patent and my book. My patent, hopefully I'll have it paid this week for my lawyer to start on it. Been trying to gather the money for probably about 6 weeks now, but thousands and thousands of dollars isn't something you can just, in my situation anyway, you can just magically make appear. So I've been busy trying to sell my guns and boat and any other thing I can, selling it all, trying to pay for this patent. And in the meantime, I've been hustling. I've been killing my book, putting in so much work. I finally upped it from single spaces to 1.5, not full double space, and I'm probably at about 35 to 37 pages typed, not including this 12 pages that are single space. This was from my military days. So I'm probably encroaching 12, that'll probably turn it into 18 at most, 34, we'll say that. We'll say 50, 60 pages. And, yeah, and I just got done with junior high. Time to start writing about high school, and this is just the first edit, of course I'm going to go through. I'm sure I'm going to have to delete a lot and rewrite a lot, because a lot of it I'm starting a lot of sentences with I remember, and it's my book. I don't got to write I remember. It's a book of my memories, so that's going to cut back on a lot of words there. I wouldn't say a lot, but a fair amount. And of course, getting into high school, I'm more familiar with, what happened, and things are make a lot more sense, I guess you could say. I'm older and basically completely forced to be a grown man as a freshman, and even before then. But yeah, so just been writing a lot in Psalms. I was going hard every day before Red Dead 2, and then Red Dead 2 came out, and my God, if y'all haven't played that game, y'all go pick that up right now. That's a great late night game. I was putting in work in Psalms, putting in work late night, probably 4 hours a night, 9 to 1, 9 to 12, well actually we'll call it 10 to 1, so it's 4 hours. Oh yeah, 9 to 1. Even though I was playing till 2 some nights, but smoke breaks in between and all that good stuff. You know how that goes. But holy fuck. And that's about it in Psalms. Lots of crazy shit going on in Trump America, of course. Bunch of asylum seekers at the border trying to get in, force their way in. Packers lost again to the Vikings. 0-6 on the road this season, not making the playoffs. So that's kind of disappointing. I deactivated my Facebook like 2 days ago or so. it's about that time, my annual deactivation for the holidays. And I probably won't turn it back on this time until my patent's done and can use it. Because before I didn't even have Facebook. And the only reason I started Facebook was when I became a handgun instructor. And so that way I could use it to try to get customers and make a page to build a business and stuff. So I started the Facebook thing. And from when I started it, I didn't plan on making it like a real kind of Facebook personal thing. I just was planning on making it my propaganda machine for science and actual truth and facts. So if you go to my page, I mean, that's what 75% of it is at this point. But I kind of broke course and have, I put up stuff that I think and feel about certain things and politics, of course, but for the most part, it's my science propaganda machine is what I try to make it. And so, yeah, deactivating it for a few months is no big deal to me. I don't really care. I don't use it that often. I'm more on YouTube watching videos about the current event, science, watching podcasts, learning. You always got to be learning. There's no reason not to. It kills me that my wife, she's always watching like Facebook videos about ridiculous stuff, chicks doing makeup and stuff, and it's like, man, you like politics, watch videos on politics. I mean, I watch videos on politics and I'm not even that interested, but it's like was it today that Russia seized some of Ukraine's boats, and I don't know, man, they're thinking about declaring an act of war, and shit's getting crazy. And you want to stay up on all these events and understand the intricacies of what's going down. But, to each their own. Everybody has to at some point, decide how to spend their time. We only have so much time. And how we choose to spend it is pretty important. Got so much limited time and money for most of us. And how we spend it is so critical. It's like I just watched a TED Talk about a prisoner. Holy shit, it was a great TED Talk. And he said, financial illiteracy is a disease that has crippled minorities and lower class in our society for generations and generations. And we should be furious about that. Financial illiteracy. I mean, it's a great talk. I recommend anybody go watch that. But other than that, in Psalms, I just wanted to hop on. I know I said I'd be doing daily videos, but I mean, nobody really watches this stuff. I don't post it with titles for people to really be able to search and find these things. And it's just my personal get on and speak kind of echo chamber, as I've called it previously. Writing my book has been a lot of fun, though. Recalling, I say fun in a certain, to a certain extent. Because they're pretty, I lived a rough life. I lived a pretty rough life. And, yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there living rough life too, and a lot of kids that are smart. And even if they're not so smart, who know that their parents aren't the best role models, but have no resources available to them. And today it's harder to say that there's no excuse because of the internet. We didn't have high-speed internet back then. And the internet that was available, it wasn't like there was a billion videos on YouTube where you could go and learn stuff. It wasn't like that. There was no Khan Academy where you could go and learn math. There might have been a few sites like to learn stuff like that, but they would have been very, very primitive if they existed at all. But today, it's just like, you know, kid in the city could just, after school, leave home, go to a McDonald's or a Starbucks or a mall or a Walmart, or if so many places have Wi-Fi today, free Wi-Fi, that if you're really dedicated and you want to get out the struggle, and you know that, and it's just more, it's complicated. I mean, I could talk about this forever, and it's not tonight for that. Tonight was just another hop on night, check on my insoms, and hope that y'all are all out there grinding away and finding a way out the struggle, cause this shit's a game, yo. It's a game. You just gotta manipulate it and figure it out. Figure out the rules to the game. And so we'll see how it all works out, you know? It's just like any game you play. You can know the rules to a team. You can go out and execute to a team. But there's usually still a percent of luck or chance that takes place. So it's just how it goes. But you're never going to get lucky sitting at home. That's for goddamn sure. Well, very rarely. I mean, you could get lucky surfing the web, and I don't know, maybe something can get lucky like that. But it's just one of those things in some. If you're a super introvert like me, you really don't want to go network. You really don't want to go deal with people, talk to people. But if you want life to get better, you have to. Because I wouldn't have graduated high school had I not met Mr. Earwood. And, yeah, so, you know, it was basically networking, right? I mean, he was my teacher, but if I would have never taken an ag class, an FFA class, that was optional. It was just luck that I chose that over the alternatives. So, it is what it is. Maxie baby. T-City gonna throw down here soon. I think, what's that, December 6th or 8th or something, man. That's gonna be a great fight. But just real quick, back on the subject of, low battery. Let's see what we got. How much time do we got? Oh, 10%. All right. So I decided to go back and take that Facebook video of my Seattle Times talk and clip out my portion of it, because it was just a Facebook video. That's the only video that existed. I had Google searched it, and a few other people had clipped out their 5-minute talk. But in general, if you didn't do that for yourself, it wasn't going to happen. So I decided to do that. I think I was like the third or fourth, but I did it, and I put it on YouTube because it's easier for people to find on YouTube than giving them a Facebook video, hoping they have Facebook, but give them the Facebook video and a timestamp for them to skip around the video and look, you know, to watch. So much simpler to just post a link to YouTube. And so I did that, and I also added the slides that I kind of showed while I gave my talk in, you know, in conjunction, and so that way you could see, because they didn't have that on even the Facebook video, our slides. So I added my slides to my talk, and I shared the link. And that same night, my sister called me pretty late, and I was watching Daredevil or was doing something, so I didn't answer the call. I figured she was drunk and was gonna just want to talk about something ridiculous or talk for a while, and I wanted to watch Daredevil, so I said, fuck that. I'll call her back when it's done. And I don't even know if I called her back when it was done, because it was pretty late when she called me to begin with, and I was just like, damn. But so I called her the next day, and she was just like, no, was wondering why you said that about mom and dad. And I was just like, say what about mom and dad? It's like, oh, what you said in your video. I was like, I didn't say anything bad. I said the truth. Dad was an addict, and mom pursued romantic interests. Well, it sounded bad the way you said it, blah, 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 and that's the way, And I was just like, well, I don't pander to idiots. If people, whoever took it bad, and if I didn't say she was a whore, I didn't say she was a slut, there's a lot worse things I could have said. And that was basically the nicest way I could put how she was. But, yeah, so I was like, I don't pander to idiots. What can I say? But peace out in Psalms. I'm probably going to go work on my book some more. I'm excited to get into high school because, obviously a lot of shit happened. And it's going to be interesting to write about. So, peace. Oh, grind away, find a way. And that little step every day in Psalms, I'm telling you, I try to work on my book a little bit every day. And I haven't on these past holidays because I've been spending with my family, but just a little bit, no matter what it is, work on it, get it done, grind away, find a way. Peace out.